Alrighty, we're gonna wait to go live again. Says we're starting. We're almost there, and we are live. Yay! Um, let's see what we got here. Alrighty. Okay, so we're gonna continue modeling as always. I think I might be able to get more done than the previous streams. So, Coop, this is dedicated to you, my man. Alrighty, so I've got this line made out, and it's simple. I'm just gonna extrude this, and then we're gonna just work with what we have. So, right now, let's see if I can find a picture. Right now, we're kind of working on this piece here, right where that little like foot grab is. That's kind of what we're gonna be working on right now. So, we're gonna be doing that. So I think I've got it mostly made out pretty well. I'm just trying to get some things to match up right now, which will, in the long run, help me when I make this piece. Um, come on, piece of junk work. Okay, wants to be stupid. Center to object. And now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna like tone the size down a bit. We can bring this out. Yeah, I gotta look at photographs again. This piece, I don't know. I wouldn't say it might be a hollow piece on the inside. I don't see a reasoning for having complete like solid steel. So, I mean, sure, why not? Why not actually model it, right, guys? Just kind of do that like that. So that gives us about that much thickness to work with, which gives us plenty of thickness on that edge there to really work with. Now, the big herp derp we don't want is to see any of this sticking out. That would be a very, 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 very big herp derp. And like, look, we can see that. We don't want to see that from any angle. And then I'm actually going to go back and I'm going to look at the cuts I made on the main body, and I'm going to look into that more and see if I can't get everything to kind of just be one piece. So we're just going to make sure we can't see any of that, because we don't want to cut this at any like weird angles. That's kind of the goal. And then simply just unhide that. We're gonna make our copies of everything. That way, if we mess up, we can always go back and start over. And we'll just move that off to the side. So, without further ado, let's see what this will screw up next. Hello, whoever's watching this. You are very muchly appreciated. Not what I was going for. go back on that. Alrighty. So basically, I'm gonna try my best to get everything to really match up here. I'm gonna drop that down some, and then I need these links to match up. If this is really gonna work out the way I intend it to work out. Well, let's look at the pictures I have. Cause that does not ew. Okay, that goes all the way through to the side. Oh boy, I just love this part. Trying to make everything look right. um, let's see what we get with this again. So that goes kind of all the way through. Let's see what we can screw up now. Yep, I think that'll be good enough. Right there, and then we're gonna have to hide everything again. To really work on it. Okay, so the main body has been done up like so. But the way I'm looking at this, I think I like this. And then definitely these pieces right here are a lot more cleaner. And so if I like go to the old Horizon coach, if it ever loads up, you're gonna notice right on the bottom here, there's so many inconsistencies that need to be really looked into there. I think for the most part it's looking alright. Now let us continue on. So now that I have this piece, we're just gonna affect that center to object. And we'll see if we can get a proper mirror on this. Okay, we want to mirror it on the z-axis. Oh boy. Hi. Alright. Well, so far this is more than we've got done in a single stream. Um, Now, one of my goals that I mentioned earlier is to try and make everything I'm cutting here like one piece, and I actually probably want to make a couple edits here to make it look a little more decent. I mean, 'cause if we look at my photos, we should be able to see some things. Well, let's see here. That's about a deep well, so that might actually be right. Yeah, we'll just say it's right. It looks right. Looks close enough. Right, right, dog. Alrighty. That looks pretty dang fine, I guess. I like the. I like what I did here. Maybe the bolts could come out a little more. I don't know. And there's no way it looks like I can get all that to be really one piece. Um, dang. So I guess we're just gonna have to do with this. If I go back over my coach, it doesn't appear that I have any, legitimate super bad issues going on with the body, which is good. And most of the interior we will actually end up chopping out and redoing. That way I can do some mapping. That'll make it easier to get like great interior designing, which will be good in the long run. Alrighty. This is when things get tough. Actually, I want this picture. This might be the picture I wanted. It is. Just open it 50 more times. Alrighty. So, judging by the looks of this, those boxes only go down till about the bottom of the grab iron. We can work with that. Okay. I just love working on all these details. Day is so fun. And then the top of the box. It's not really a box, it's more of a rectangle, so we're going to take that into account as we make this. I'm not going to say it goes halfway up, it goes maybe... Ah, bless me. Thank me. I'm welcome. It goes about that far. That's not the picture I need. Let's see if I can find it. Because there's one picture I need that'll really give me good information on how this is all supposed to go together. There it is. That should be in good working. So we got the height. It goes a little bit above that first step. And then I'd say it goes to like right before the vestibule. So oh boy, now about how high up that first step goes, I have no idea. Definitely tell though. It's like kind of above it. Alright, dang it. Alrighty, so that's definitely gonna be a problem. So what it looks like is that the body, this doorway needs to be a little bit smaller than what I have it currently set at. Like just a little less thicker. And then I think we can proportion that very easily. But this does require I go back and really look into doing these fixes here. it's gonna go slow again. But shoot. Lucky for us. Oh, jeez, that's not what I wanted. Where's the detach? Now, I'm just basically trying to find the best way that will really what's the word? I'm trying to find the best way to get these parts to match up so that I can have it all as like one piece essentially. Like having this big thing coming through the middle here is not something I really want. So, if I can get this all to work out, where this kind of like middle piece here comes off of the actual body, that is how I'm going to get the desired results I need. So, we're going to delete that. And I'm going to introduce you guys to an old friend of mine. Hide selection. Hide selection. Hide selection. Okay, so we got all those vertices removed that we're not gonna want to have. And I'm trying to think, should I do the same thing off of this? Yeah, I might as well, because this is the only shape I really need off of this part here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a cut tool here, and I'm going to basically disable that first. I'm going to draw some lines that go down. So yeah, I'm basically redrawing these out, but I'm redrawing them out for a good reason. And what this is going to allow me to do is basically extrude some faces off of these, which is what I want to do, and that will allow me to really get things to line up right. So we're just going to get everything to line up with that edge. There. That'll make this easier for me to see. And the reason why I'm deleting some of these like vertices that were left over is because I'm trying to get this all to be as much of one part as possible. And that will it'll be game changing. It will probably make the cuts a lot cleaner than what they are now. Okay, so our goal, first off, I want to see if this is going to be the same thickness. This is a This will be an important factor when I line all this up. Yes, okay, so this will give us the thickness that we want. The interior wall, okay, that's fantabulous. I wonder if I can bring those in more, because they don't look like they have that big of a platform. Yeah, those can be brought in, those lights can be brought out. And that will give me some of the things that I need out of this. And I don't want it going all the way through either. I'm noticing they have kind of a little ledge. They have that ledge. Okay. Yeah, so that's fine the way it is. Alrighty. Let's fix this up now so the doorway is the right size. Alright, let's look at some specification sheet. Doorways are let's see, what does this say? This doesn't say anything that I need it to say. Ooh boy. I've also been looking at these pictures because these give a general idea for what we're looking at. Not perfect, but they work. Width overside sheets. Doorway width. Side and door side. Center doors. Okay, those 32 inches. So that's 32 inches. The doorway side center door. Okay, the doorway height side and doors. Alright. 32 inches. That's what we're going for. So if I take a measuring tool, I set this on and I come over here and I use my tape measure. Let's see here. 24. Oh boy. Let's see here. 1 foot is 12 inches. So 12. 24. Okay, so it should just be like a little over 2 feet. So, here's what I'm going to do that'll help us out. First, I'm going to delete that. because that's useless. I'm gonna make a box. I'm gonna make the width 32 inches. I'm gonna center this like properly, actually. Alright, that's centered. And then I'm gonna just bring it up. Alrighty, so now this is how wide we're gonna make the doors. And for anyone wondering, the specification sheets are exclusively sent to me. They are of a Bombardier Comet 3 coach car, which shares close to the same dimensions as a Horizon coach. So I'm kind of collaborating them both into this, and that'll give me about the right widths and heights for everything. Yeah, so 32 inches, they're about the same. That'll be fine. Alrighty. We can delete that. Alright, so now we have our door set at 32 inches. Now, we're going to use our cut tool once more. And the height of these doors, the door height for the side end doors, shoot, what? There's a difference in the, what? Doorway height, side end doors for high platform, oh. Okay, we want the 6 feet, 3.5 inches, so 6 feet, 3.6 inches. Or, yeah, oh boy. Yeah, 3.5. I'm using decimals, that's right. It doesn't have to be exactly that, but it helps. So, what we say that was? We determined it was 6 feet, 3.5 inches. So, 6 feet, 3.5 inches. Alrighty, now we gotta set our pivot point. Oh boy. Okay, so there's one side, and then we need to go to this other side and do the same thing. And now we'll set the height for everything. I'm absolutely sorry if this is boring to anyone, but modeling it's a fun hobby to try and take up. I mean, it's a challenge, but once you start getting the hang of everything and you really start working with it, everything just it's makes it really super fun. I mean, like, I think it's really cool that I can design several boxes and turn them into this. So I just ended up removing them. Again, we're trying to keep to having things close to one piece as possible. we'll actually end up deleting that because of what we're about to do. And this just probably will save polygons in the long run. We're going to select this and get started with this now. We're going to hold Shift, and look, we just brought out, we're doing a technique that I like to call extruding faces, or I call it, I normally refer to this as the planar technique, because essentially what you're doing is you're creating a plane, and what I'm going to do with this one here is I'm going to bring it down about halfway. Because here's where things get like technical. We're going to target weld these vertices to there, which will really make it one piece. And we'll do the same here. So if you want to extrude from a face or an edge, you hold Shift and then drag it down, and that'll create your face that you want. So instead of having a box, we are essentially making this all one piece. I'll go through and I'll take that and I'll delete, or I'll remove that, and that'll make it even more one piece. So, which is what we want. Okay, so also if you want to learn how to target weld, let's see here. We're gonna hold Shift again, and I'll show you how to target weld. So we're gonna use vertices because that's just easier to use. Shoot, where'd it go? Select target weld. Select the vertice that you want to weld from. So I want this vertice to weld to this one here. I'm going to select this one, and it's going to give me this dashed line, and I'm just going to select the vertice I want that one to go to. Like that. Pretty sweet. Now, we're just going to hit remove. Now, watch what happens if I hit delete. It completely removes the whole thing. So we want to remove it. We don't want to delete it. Okay? So now this is all one piece, and it ain't going to go anywhere. If we didn't target weld it, it would get completely jacked up. So I will show you that again over here. And I'll actually show you what I mean when you don't target weld these. And I found this out a long time ago when I should have been paying attention. I forget which project I was working on. Oh yeah, it was the Horizon. So essentially what happened... Ah, shit. There we go. Essentially what happened, and forgive my language, that's something I gotta work on doing. Not cursing as much. But I was working on a piece on the waste containment unit, and I decided I didn't remember to target weld anything, so I'll show you what happens when you don't target weld. So say I decided, okay, I'll just bring this face down to here, like that, and I'll do the same thing here. Okay, what it's acting as is those are just planes dangling from there. So now, when I go to extrude this, look what happens. Because these vertices aren't connected with these vertices, they stay in one place, while this can move all over the place. And we don't want that. We want everything to be together. So I'm gonna bring it down about halfway. It's just a good stopping point. And I'll do the same over here. You don't have to bring it down about halfway. It's not
it isn't like a holy law or anything. It's just so I don't want them right up against those because I don't want to mess something up. So that's just something I do. More experienced guys probably just put it right against it and do their own thing. But I'm not more experienced, so um, I just kind of do it my way, and it works. That and it's just a safety measure I take. That way I don't jack it up even more. That's a theme. We jack stuff up when we model. So target weld these vertices here. Alright, and then we'll just remove this one, this little guy right there. And am I getting mesh errors? I am getting a mesh error there, but why aren't I getting one here? Interesting. Huh. That is interesting. Do I have everything welded? See, that's a mesh issue. I'm trying to find out why it's doing this. What in the world? Huh. I wonder if that's going to show up. Well, there's only one way to find out. Okay. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. Trying to figure all this crap out. Okay, that's interesting. Why is that happening? Alrighty. I just love it when these issues pop up like this. Alrighty. Let's try and find out what's happening here. I wonder. See if I can save myself some trouble here. Ah, dang it. Okay, let's not forget we need to go back and fix that little retard. And then stuff like this will happen every once in a while using the snap. So, just you gotta move everything, back into position as normal. I really think this will work out good. We'll just do an extrude, convert it to edible poly. There I go, saying edible again. Alright. Now. Let me see if this is what's causing it. One thing I didn't think to check, which I probably should. And this will just help me determine if the faces are coming out right. target wall. That's what we want to do. Alright, I got my fingers crossed, but always expect the worst. Yep. Okay. This is fantastic. Alright. So, we can't do it that way, obviously. Because something's fudging up. So, we're gonna do it. Dang views will screw it up. Alright, this is... This is killing me, guys. Honestly, I'm trying to improve this. Like right when you think, yeah, it's looking good. No, not quite. Okay. There's definitely something up. And I'm trying to figure out what it is. Why is this fudging up? We go to Pro Boolean, it says move, subtraction, alright. I wonder. Alrighty. Ah, okay. So do we have to make like those relief cuts? This is interesting. Alrighty. Alrighty. Let's see what we get from this. We can use this to our advantage now, I think. I figured out. So do we have to think about it in a sense of like relief cuts? That's my curiosity in the whole matter. So you know, now that I kind of think about it, would it kind of be like, you know, you're working on a bandsaw, you have to have those relief cuts. I mean, it makes some sense to have those. Speaking of which, we can ditch that. And again, I'm just gonna set this so I can just see what is hidden, because you kind of just you want to be able to tell if something's gonna be visible. Because if it's inverted, where an outside face is transparent, then you've got to screw something up. You jackwagon. So, what was I doing? Oh yeah. one thing I've been noticing about myself, is I always say like, "Hey guys, so look, I'll be right back. I want to see if I can get any work done," and I never really come back. It's because you try and get so focused in this. Like this model, to me, it really means a lot. So to be able to produce something like this, I kind of want it to be good. So, I'm doing my best to make it good. I mean, I'd definitely be able to make this thing 10 times better if I had decent drawings, but we all know that ain't gonna happen, thanks, Amtrak. Yeah, and I don't think all these terrorist threats are really gonna help my dang cause either. And I say that because, jeez, well, it's a difficult thing to explain, I guess. Basically, railroads are afraid that you're taking pictures of their equipment, you're gonna blow them up or something. And, I mean, privacy laws and all that stuff come into play too, safety hazards. But I mean, like, if you contact the company and you ask, hey, you guys have any diagrams? I mean, it comes off suspicious. Like, extremely suspicious. I was lucky to get the drawings that I got. And, oh, that's right. I need to be uncut. I was like, why isn't any of this working? Okay, yeah. Anyways, like I was saying though, I was really lucky from whoever sent me all those, who sent me the drawings there, cause like they had not sent those, I wouldn't have a basis for really going off anything. Ah, shoot. Okay, that might not work out as well as I thought it would. Because we're going off, like, kind of a script here. That might help a bit better. And, I'm not gonna really throw a huge hissy fit either towards any of the railroad companies, because they have every right to be as strict as they are with this stuff. I mean, it's not good what some people have intents to do. And a lot of people, in my opinion, have gone and ruined something that was fun to a lot of us. Oh, jeez. Alright, what went wrong? I'm trying to outline this dang door here, and somehow an extra little thing popped up, and I don't need it. So why is it there? And we'll remove it. It's not important. So you guys can kind of see where I'm getting at with this, though. I mean, There's a lot of good people out there who have great intentions, who want to do something fun like I'm doing. But you've you've got a group of people who just don't they think they're better than everyone else. So they go out and they do things they shouldn't be doing, and it affects a greater deal, and it affects a lot of people. I mean, it's kind of like driving drunk. All right, yeah, it's your choice to drive drunk. All right, but if you're gonna drive drunk, think about other people. Think about the people you could be affecting. Think about the people who have families, who have what the frick just happened here? I mean, think about other people before you do something. I know there's this whole, oh, people to each his own or whatever. When you do something or you're thinking about doing something that could hurt other people, really, really think about it. I mean, a lot of people don't have a choice over what you do. And when you go off and you do something stupid like drive drunk, you're affecting other people. You're basically choosing their fate for them. Jeez. Freaking whiz, what the heck? What is this? Ugh. This is bugger. I don't want this. I mean, a lot of people get hurt because of other people's actions, and they don't have a say in it. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It gets complicated. If you guys ever consider doing something that could hurt another person, I mean, think about the people you're affecting. Now let's get back to modeling. Okay, now why won't this transfer over? Because I have to have it like this? I mean, like, what the poop? Great. I had the wrong object selected. I'll turn off that midpoint there because that's probably gonna bug the crap out of me. This is getting to be a pain in the butt. I want this to be as much of one piece as I can, but I don't see that happening. It's kind of starting to really tick me off. Let's see, this ain't working. What I really want to do, what if I start? I have no idea how I got that one to show up. Wow. Alright then. Oh great. See, look, this is what happens. Every single goddamn time. Gosh dang it. I'm screwing something up somehow. Ugh. Guess just gotta do it again. I'll get it right this time. Guys, one of these days, I will do a live stream. I will actually get progress done. You know, so, yeah, well, I'll see you guys out.